Hare Krišna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamunatira Vanacharya. Yamunatira Vanacharya. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtatarashata Shishimat. His Divine Grace Shila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, text number 23. Aham Puratita Bhave Bhavamune Dasyastu Kasyashchana Vedavadinam Nirupito Balaka Eva Yoginam Shushrushane Pravrishi Nirvikshatam Aham Puratita Bhave Bhavamune Dasyastu Kasyashchana Vedavadinam Nirupito Balaka Eva Yoginam Shushrushane Pravrishi Nirvivikshatam. Aham Puratita Bhavambune Tasyastu Kasyashchana Vedavadinam Nirupito Balaka Eva Yoginam Shushushane Pravrishi Nirvivikshatam. Ampuratita bhavam bhavamune. Dasastu kasyascha navedavadina. Nirupito balaka eva yoginam. Nishushane pravrishi nirvivikshatam. Okay. We'll go straight to the O Muni, in the last millennium, I was born as the son of a certain maidservant, engaged in the service of the Brahmanas, who are following the principles of Vedanta. When they were living together during the 4 months of the rainy season, I was engaged in their personal service. Purport. The wonder of an atmosphere surcharged with devotional service to the Lord is briefly described herein by Sri Narada Muni. He was the son of the most insignificant parentage. He was not properly educated. Still, because his complete energy was engaged in the service of the Lord, he became an immortal sage. Such is the powerful action of devotional service. The living entities are the marginal energy of the Lord, and therefore they are meant for being properly utilized in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. When this is not done, one situation is called Maya. Therefore, the illusion of Maya is at once dissipated as soon as one's full energy is converted in the service of the Lord instead of in sense enjoyment. From the personal example of Sri Narada Muni, in his previous birth, it is clear that the service of the Lord begins with the service of the Lord's bona fide servants. The Lord says that the service of his servants is greater than his personal service. Service of the devotee is more valuable than the service of the Lord. One should therefore choose a bona fide servant of the Lord constantly engaged in his service. Accept such a servant as the spiritual master and engage himself in the spiritual master's service. Such a spiritual master is the transparent medium by which to visualize the Lord, which is beyond the conception of the material senses. By service of the bona fide spiritual master, the Lord consents to reveal himself in proportion to the service rendered. Utilization of the human energy in the service of the Lord is the progressive path of salvation. The whole cosmic creation becomes at once identical with the Lord as soon as service in relation with the Lord is rendered under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. The expert spiritual master knows the art of utilizing everything to glorify the Lord, and therefore, under his guidance, the whole world can be turned into a spiritual abode by the divine grace of the Lord's servants. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shimate Praladananda Swamiti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine. Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pashtya Shatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so very strong purport from Srila Prabhupada. So many ideas. You know, you read one sentence, you're like, oh, this is, I have to give some details on that. And then you read next sentence, okay, but this is also. So, very nice. So I'll just pick some points from this purport. At the end, Srila Prabhupada said that the expert spiritual master knows the art of utilizing everything to glorify the Lord, and therefore, under his guidance, the whole world can be turned into the spiritual abode by the divine grace of the Lord's servant. That's the vision. Srila Prabhupada has given the formula by which the whole world can become Krishna conscious and can be turned into the spiritual abode. How can you turn this world into the spiritual world? And We just have to follow. That's simple. As I read this morning, this part, there's just this phrase. I was like, wow, that's so powerful. He said, Srila Prabhupada's mission of writing books, establishing ISKCON and saving the conditioned souls presents a great challenge to his followers. Oh, usually we say this is a challenge to the karmis, the demons. This is a challenge to the devotees. To apply the instruction in his books for our own advancement and to make his instructions available to others. So that's it. Finish. Apply what's in these books. We have to read these books. Anyway, that's already difficult. And not only read, but also apply what's in the books. That's even more difficult. And give the books to others. That's all. It's one phrase, it explains everything. I was like, wow, this is so powerful phrase. Why? Because this is Srila Prabhupada's books, and Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, such a spiritual master is the transparent medium by which to visualize the Lord who is beyond that conception of the material senses. So the spiritual master is just a transparent medium. He doesn't bring his own ideas. He's just transparent. Okay, Krishna says this, I'll say the same. That's it, finish. So everyone who is a spiritual master in ISKCON, Diksha Guru, okay, of course, sometimes with Diksha Guru, okay, but also Shiksha Guru. Everyone who's giving instruction should be just a transparent medium for Srila Prabhupada. That's all. Srila Prabhupada, in this video, he says, I just follow blindly my Guru Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj says, I have to print books, I print books. Finish. That's all. I don't know, I'm not over-intelligent. I'm not more intelligent than my spiritual master. He says, I have to print books. I don't understand why he wants me to print books. Of course he understands, but he's just putting himself in our position. I have no idea why he wants me to print books, but he says to print books, I will print books. Finish. That's all. So, and he also talks about an environment, speaking about this, applying the books. He's speaking about an environment where everyone will become Krishna conscious, automatic. Wow. You just come to the temple and automatic you become Krishna consciousness. He says, the wonder of an atmosphere surcharged with devotional service to the Lord is briefly described herein by Sri Narada Muni. He was the son of the most insignificant parentage. He was not properly educated. He was not very, from mundane perspective, he was not very qualified. Still, because his complete energy was engaged in the service of the Lord, he became an immortal sage. Such is the powerful action of devotional service. So Narada Muni was apparently not qualified. Of course, many times when you hear one part of the history of some person, and then if you hear what he did before, you will understand how he got in this situation and so on. It's a lot more complicated. But at least from this perspective, he was not qualified. He just got in the association of proper devotees. And by their association, he became a devotee. Finish. You just stay around. Because that's people just imitate what they see. They see some seniors doing this, and then they will do the same. So if people don't become Krishna conscious automatically, anyway, it might be something wrong with the environment. So we have to look also at this, to what degree we are following Srila Prabhupada. Because if we are fully following Srila Prabhupada, of course we are following to some. then everyone should come, stay here for some while, and become Krishna conscious automatic. And if it doesn't happen, so then you can. There's also, you go in Sankirtan and you meet so many people, and I thought this is a good parallel to understand for us, as devotees also. You meet these people and you present a book and then you ask for a donation. And then when they open their wallet and you see 20 euro bill, 10 euro bill, this, and then they look, okay. And then they see, this 50 cents. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is all the cash I have. It happens. At least once per day it happens like this, and you're looking like, man, you open your wallet in front of me. Don't you think I can see what you have in your wallet? But yeah, anyway, I present. Yeah, very nice. So, in some way, you can say Krishna is very happy, after millions of lifetimes of ignoring me, he gave 50 cents for me. So Krishna sees from this perspective also. After millions of lifetimes, he was just ignoring me and he did something. That's amazing, no? So that's, yes. And that's why I was talking with Lomanchita Prabhu, and he was telling me a few times that Brigupati Prabhu's formula for Sankirtan. He said, we give people as many books as they can take, and we get from them as much donations as we can. And everyone is different. So if someone can give 50 cents, perfect. If someone can give 50 euro, perfect. So everyone is different, So, but so we're happy. Okay, he finally gave something. Okay, for Krishna. After millions of lifetimes, he gave something for Krishna. Amazing. So Krishna is also very happy, but also he's also looking at, what about these 30 euros you have in your wallet? What are you going to do with that? So that's nice, you give 50 cents, but... And it's not that Krishna needs some useless paper, anyway. But he knows that we cannot be happy unless we accept that everything belongs to him, actually. And that's, Srila Prabhupada would call this peace formula. Bhoktaram yagatapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gyatva shantim richati. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material existence, material miseries. So the point is, if you want to be happy, peaceful, then you have to accept that everything already belongs to Krishna. Yeah, maybe we can close some doors. Or... So everything already belongs to Krishna. It's not a matter that we're giving him something that we have. Sometimes we have this idea, I'm giving something for Krishna. No, this already belongs to Krishna. And we just accept, this belongs to Krishna. Okay, that's all. It's just a matter of accepting what is already there. It's not that we give something to Krishna. And if you understand this, then you'll know, okay, this is Krishna's, and what does he want me to do with his energies? It's not just about Lakshmi. So I want to be happy, so I will have to use all my energies for Krishna. So many people, many devotees have many skills. And who gave it these skills? Well, I say, this is my skills, you know. I got this skill, I can manage, I can talk to people, I can do this, I can do this. And, but where do these skills come from? Well, Krishna gave these skills. So they are his skills. And he wants us to use them for him. It's not bad that we have. Okay, I know how to do this. Perfect. Srila Prabhupada would say to his disciples, who were mostly American, he says, what's the use of being big Americans if you cannot do something big for Krishna? So the point is, these energies, we use some part of our energies for Krishna. And Krishna knows, okay, he gave this much, and he knows also what we have left in the wallet. And for everyone is different. Like for this Prabhupada Marathon, everyone has different capacities. Of course, some are more inclined to do some like this, some like this. But Krishna knows, you know. And it's not, in Christianity, they have this story about one person giving 50 cents and one person giving, I don't know, one person giving €1. And you say, oh, this person who gave €1 gave a lot, you know. And it's not, no. Because this person who gave 50 cents, that's all he had. And that person who gave €1, he had 1 million in the bank. So that person who had 1 million in the bank, he's cheap. He's really cheap. He's not, he was like, oh, very generous. Oh, I'm generous, I give €1. Oh, all right. And Krishna said, yeah, what about this 1 million in the bank? So also the same with our skills. You know, you have some skills and you give something for Krishna. But Krishna is asking, what about the others? How about you give a bit more? So that's an interesting perspective, which I and the point is that if you don't use these energies for Krishna, then we are in Maya. Okay. Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, says that living entities are the marginal energy of the Lord, and therefore they are meant for being properly utilized in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. He says, these are the Lord's energies, you have to use it for the Lord. When this is not done, one situation is called Maya. So that's very simple philosophy. We don't speak like this anymore. In the early days, they would speak like this, you know. Prabhu, you're in Maya. You wouldn't do your duty. It was not because, you know, the stars and the planets and this and this. No, you're in Maya. Finish, you know. They wouldn't. Of course, Maya is very good. She's tricking everyone since time immemorial. But we should be like, I'm in Maya, no. I mean, I'm not doing my duty. I'm in Maya. It's obvious, you know. And how do you get rid of Maya? Srila Prabhupada says, therefore, the illusion of Maya is at once dissipated as soon as one's full energy is converted in the service of the Lord instead of in sense enjoyment. As soon as you engage fully in Krishna's service, you're out of Maya. That's mystic. Okay, I'll come back to that. You just go in Sankirtan, you know. Sometimes you go in Sankirtan, you know, for first half an hour, 1 hour is a bit difficult. And then you're flying. You're happy. You're like, yeah, that's it. Bring it on. Oh, that's so nice. You're so happy. Because somehow you did some devotional service, and it's very fast in Sankirtan. You did some devotional service, and you're a bit out of Maya. And you're so happy. That's so nice. Nice place. They're still running around, but yeah, that's nice. And based on our desires, Krishna will respond. There's this Tesham Satatam Yuktanam Bhagjatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenamam Upayanti Te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the intelligence by which they can come to me. So Krishna says, as soon as you have to show some determination. Oh, I'm serious. I have this strong desire to please you. I want to do something for you. And if you have this determination, Krishna will respond. Of course, he will respond in two ways. One, he will give you the intelligence by which you can do properly the service that you have to do. Sometimes it's difficult, like you go to some place and it's like, this is a difficult place. And sometimes you have to change that place. Sometimes you have to do things differently. Sometimes you have to just push through and wait, like just pray harder. And Krishna will give you intelligence to say, okay, this guy is serious. This guy is actually determined. He wants to do something. And then he's like, okay, he wants to do it. Okay, no problem. I also want him to do something. So we'll send some people. There will something happen. So yeah, that's a wonderful opportunity. I saw this happening quite sometimes. This just a few days passed from marathon, but you can see. I was like going to Rada Ulica and it was raining, like really heavy rain, like heavy rain. I mean, seriously. On the highway, I was barely seeing, I was like, what? And then I get out of the highway and it's a bit clear, but some drops, bam, bam, bam. So I just stop there, get out of the car, few drops. Anyway, you can do something. So, I mean, I don't know if that was... but you have some determination, then you think, oh, how can I do? Okay, good, it's raining, maybe I can go there, I can go there, I can go there. As they say, that if there's a will, there is a way. Krishna will give you intelligence. Oh, how to do it? And if you're not so determined, then, it's raining. What can I do? It's raining. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not saying, maybe sometimes you really need, okay, I will rest today and tomorrow I will go full on or something, but it's a matter of determination. And also, he will give you intelligence. Okay, on this day, maybe it's better to go to this kind of spots. People are more like here and not there, something. And then some things happen, you meet some interesting people. I met this person, he got some books, and then we meet one hour later. And then he takes bhakti from his hand, he showed me, 28 pages. Like, what? He read 28 pages, He had nothing to do. Of course, no one has anything better to do than read these books, but he actually... somehow didn't have anything to do, better to do. So he read some books. Like, what? People actually read the books. And then at the end I met Domen's friend. Whenever I go to Rada Ulica, I met Domen Dolenz has some friends. I always meet them. Like, yeah. And they are nice, They usually take a pile of books and give a donation. It was at the end, So, you put some effort and something happens, Okay, I'll give you some other examples. Then next day I was feeling esoteric, Esoteric. I was feeling like, okay, I have to go to some strange places. I have this idea sometimes. So I went to Mosiria. Mosiria, usually, as far as I saw, people are a bit fanatic Christians. Very heavy environment, like they see you, like, oh, guys, is crazy. And anyway, like very, very difficult environment. But still, if you go and you're like, okay, I mean, sometimes you have to change the place, but you're here, you just parked, and you see people are a bit, I mean, you do one round and then you go, no problem. So then you're like, okay, let's do it. Let's see. So go 1, 2, 3 person. And then after sometimes if one person takes a book, one person takes a book, one guy says, I will read it, and I will read it in front of people. So everyone, I read loudly books so people can hear. So like, okay. So anyway, it wasn't spectacular. Don't get me wrong. But the point is that wherever you go, you can, if you use your intelligence and you put some effort in, you can meet some people who will actually take some books, and you can use some tricks. Smile at people. Yeah, and I even met one guy who was actually, that was not in Mosiria. I went later to Velenia. There was one guy, he was thinking to go 3 months to Thailand and live with the monks and learn some spiritual stuff. And they were like, yeah, then this for you. Bhagavad Gita, monks coming at your home. No problem. So anyway, so you can meet quite some interesting people. So the point is that Krishna responds to our determination. And Krishna knows very well what we have in the wallet, And I don't mean just financially. I mean skills and energy and everything. He knows. I know. Like I know what is how much Lakshmi this person has in his wallet who gives 50 cents. That's all I have. That Krishna also knows how much we give and how much we keep for ourselves. And sometimes he knows even better than we do. Like sometimes if you put some energy, you find some hidden pockets. Like, oh, I have this 50 euro also. Here. Oh, really? I could do this also. So if you're determined, oh, I want to serve, Krishna will give you sometimes things, some skills that you didn't know you have. Oh, I know how to do this also. Wow. So the more you are determined to serve Krishna, the more Krishna will help. Okay, yeah, we'll give you something. This will help. And it's good to give as much as possible to Krishna. I will just finish. I was reading yesterday Srimad Bhagavatam. I mean, there's nothing to do in Konice, this is a perfect place for the marathon, It's peaceful. There's no one there. It's just me. So I can take some prasadam, chant, read, and when it's 9 o'clock, I like, come on, guys, I have to go out. It's enough. I did enough of reading, enough of chanting. I had my morning program. Okay, what else can I do? I took prasadam. I have to go out. So it's that easy. So I was reading this verse from Bhagavatam, and Srila Prabhupada has a very nice purport about austerity. Sometimes this Srila Prabhupada marathon is a bit of austerity, supposed. He says, in executing penance, one must be determined to return home back to Godhead and must decide to undergo all types of tribulations for that end, whatever it takes. Even for material prosperity and name and fame, one has to undergo severe types of penance. Otherwise, no one can become an important figure in this material world. Why then should there not be severe types of penance for the perfection of devotional service? So even these people who want 1,000 euro per month, they have to do some penance. So Krishna is giving Krishna prema, so why not? An easygoing life and attainment of perfection in transcendental realization cannot go together. The Lord is more clever than any living entity. Therefore, he wants to see how painstaking the devotee is in devotional service. The order is received from the Lord, either directly or through the bona fide spiritual master, and to execute that order, however painstaking, is the severe type of penance. One who follows the principle rigidly, Srila Prabhupada finishes also in a nice, is sure to achieve success in attaining the Lord's mercy. Simple. Okay, we'll stop here. If there's a quick question, comment. Okay. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki